So I finally made it to Chile. Okay, the very first thing I did when I touched down obviously was grab a bite to eat. And then I wanted to like get on the metro and start exploring, but I ran into a problem because I had no cash and they took cash only. Okay, I literally was walking up and down after I ate because I just needed some cash. Like I went to the metro station, they said we only take cash. I needed like the subway card, they call it BIP. Yeah, they only took cash. So I was like, that's no problem. There's the ATM right there, I'll use it. That ATM didn't work. I said, that's okay. I'll just walk 10 minutes down the road to another ATM. That ATM didn't work. I said, that's cool, that's fine, that's cool, that's fine. I'll just go to the money exchange center and use debit or credit, and then they'll give me like the equivalent in pesos. They said, oh, we don't take card, cash only. Oh, So now I'm thinking, am I an idiot? Why wouldn't I have brought something with me when I came? Like, why wouldn't I have taken that money before I got here? In my head, I'm thinking the ATM always works, so why would I like have a problem? Yeah, and I did have a problem. Long story short, after running up and down, I used a different like branch, like a different bank, and that ATM worked. So I took out enough money for this whole trip because I'm not doing that again. And I got my little card and now I'm at the museum. So let's go check it out. Okay, so this museum was designed to raise awareness of human rights violations committed by the Chilean state between 1973 and 1990. On September 11, 1973, there was a coup d'etat by the Chilean military with the support of the CIA, of course, who assassinated the current president at the time, the Democratic Party leader Salvador Allende, and that resulted in 17 years of dictatorship under the new military leader Pinochet. Now, Pinochet's not playing around anybody. He suspended the constitution, and he continuously violated the rights of the citizens. Anybody who opposed the political party, you're gone. Anybody who did anything he didn't like, you're gone. So the museum stands to dignify the victims of these like human rights violations and affirm the importance of human rights globally. After learning all of that history, I quickly grabbed a bite to eat, had my first pisco sour, which was amazing, and lomo saltado. Okay, that early dinner was amazing. Phenomenal, honestly. But that being said, I can't even think straight. I'm literally gonna go take a nap and then we'll try again at night. So I'll see you guys in a bit. Good afternoon, and yes, it's the afternoon. I was so tired yesterday. I took a long nap, then I quickly got up, got something to eat, and I literally went like right back to my bed, and I let myself sleep in today, so fresh day, new start. Anyways, I came to the Alice in Wonderland Cafe. Honestly, don't come here, okay? The food was not busting. The vibes are cute, but the food I got, and granted, that's what I get for trying to be healthy and get a salad, but you know, this place is right down the street from my Airbnb, and on the way, I actually saw a little market, so I was gonna go to the, like, Santa Lucia Hill, but I think I'm actually gonna stop at that marketplace first and then go. But reflection from the museum, I literally forgot to say this yesterday, reflection from the museum yesterday is that part of the coup and, like, the regime here was that, like, art was not a thing. They got rid of it. They were banning books, they were burning paintings, etc. And now when I'm walking around Chile, there's so many murals, there's so much art, and it's so crazy because like I just think in today's day and age, we don't really like own a lot of stuff. We don't write stuff down. Like all of our pictures are on our iPhone. Like we're making art on our iPads. We're buying books on like Kobo, Kindle, like, you know? And so I think touring that museum just really iterated the fact that it is important to like make art, physical art that you can like have and hold and like own CDs, own vinyl records, and own books, etc. Because otherwise, what if Amazon says F you? What's gonna happen to all the books on that Kindle? Like we just don't know what's gonna happen. And so I think it is really important to create stuff that's tangible. Print your photos, make a photo album, scrapbook, you know, and have stuff that you can really like hold, because I think we definitely take that stuff for granted. Okay, yeah, I do think we take that stuff for granted, and so, you know, I just really want us to start holding on to the tangibles, you know, and making them and cherishing them a little bit more. Anyways, I'm done my lunch. Let's go do stuff. Like, let's go do stuff. We got stuff to do today. So boom, I just started walking around the little market. It was very cute. And then I just took to the streets. I think Santiago is one of the prettiest cities I've ever been in. I love that it's just very easy to walk around and that the public transportation is readily accessible. Got to what I thought at the time was the Santa Lucia Hill. Really pretty fountain, really cute vibes. Not too long after, I headed over to the Central Plaza, walked around there, Plaza de Armas, and also went to the Central Market of Santiago. I didn't really eat anything here, but it was cool to like just see the vibe, see what was going on. It's crazy because cherries are one of my favorite fruits and I never get them because they're so expensive. I just got a kilo for $1. I love it here. Okay, do you remember that fountain that we were at earlier? That was actually not even where I meant to be. I randomly was actually walking on my way to eat, and this is where I meant to be. So let's go to Cerro Santa Lucia now. This is a walk. So originally I was supposed to go to a winery, but because I went on this little detour, I actually missed that whole thing. So instead I went to Sky Costanera, which was like a lookout, essentially, deck. To know me is to know I hate heights. I hate them, I hate them, I hate them, I hate them, I hate them. And also the last time I was this high up, I was with Meron in Seattle, and I feel like I had a buddy, and this time I'm by myself. So just pray for me, you know? Let's pray that God will take my anxiety away because I'm stressed out. It's fine. It'll be fun. It's sunset, and I love sunset, and that's the main motivation for going. So let's hope that I catch it. See you in a bit. As we can see, the sunset and the views were most definitely worth it, and it was also cool to like see all the different neighborhoods in Santiago. Afterwards, I got in an Uber. I rushed as fast as I could because I wanted to go see this jazz show. I was late. Obviously, they had timed shows and they were not letting anyone else in. So I was like, dang, you already know the vibes. We have to go get gelato to wrap up the night. Like, that's always fine with me. I can always wrap up the night with some gelato. And as you know the drill, I took my black ass to bed. The next day, I wake up at the ass crack of dawn because we're going on an 8-kilometer hike over at Cajón del Maipo. Very majestic. I'm gonna just let the clips play.
Sunrise, sunrise, looks like morning in your eyes, but the clock's held 9:15 full hours. Sunrise, sunrise, couldn't tempt us if it tried, 'cause the afternoon.
Not this is our first time talking today. We hiked Maipo. I'm gonna put the name here because I actually don't remember what it's called. Maipo? Something along those lines. It's really windy, so you might not be able to hear me, but it wasn't a crazy hike. They said it was 8K. I was not giving 8K. Maybe 8K round trip, but the elevation is crazy and the altitude is crazy. Like, that was a steep climb. Like, that was a real hike. Like, that was a real hike. So we're just chilling now in this little clearing. Everyone's like taking photos. This guy has a drone, which I think is really cool. But honestly, like, this is just what life is about for me. Like, I feel like I could stay here all day, and I'm so mad at myself for not bringing my sketchbook now. Because look at this. Like, are you shitting me? Tell me this looks real. Yeah, so I was really tired on my way here. I literally just took a nap because he also made the disclaimer that, like, you might get car sick because the roads are really windy. You do not have to worry about me. I immediately went to nap, and everyone's like, yeah, you were really tired. Yeah, I was. Yeah, I was. The mountains are absolutely gorgeous. Like, ugh. I'm so lucky to be here, and I'm so grateful to be here. Let's continue with the montage.
And I said, ooh,
The very next day, we're doing another day trip. We're going to Valparaíso, so I had to get to San Pablo to get the other train. Oh, look at how cute all of the dogs on the subway were. I was loving it. And then finally got to the train station. Hey, finally arrived in Valparaíso. Guys, my bus was so late to the point that I'm like, did I miss my bus? That bus was supposed to be here at 1. Asked me why it pulled up at 1:40. So then I just pushed my like return bus a little bit so that I could spend more time here. But really cute, guys. Like, this is more of like a seaside town. Everyone's very chill. I'm starving, so I went to go eat. Of course, with my luck, the place I go to eat, they're like, oh, our kitchen's close to 5:30. Yeah, I need to eat right now. And then I came to this other place, but the menu didn't look great. They didn't have a lot of options, so I just got some vegetarian dish. I hope it's good because I'm starving. But afterwards, I'm gonna go walk around. There's like a cute little like market situation when I first got up the hill, so I'm gonna go back and check that out. But this is a very hilly town. It's giving like San Francisco, Seattle, like lots of climbing, lots of stairs, etc. So we're gonna have to use one of the funiculars soon to see everything and get like good views. So we're just gonna spend a couple hours here, nothing crazy, and then we'll head back and go to jazz show tonight. Finally, I've been trying to go every night, but I kept falling asleep, so tonight will be the night. Mark my words. See you in a bit. So Valparaíso is a coastal city, so it's giving more beach vibes. Very artsy, very cute. I will go back to Chile and I will come back here. There was like this other poet's house that I really wanted to go to, but it didn't end up seeing. I was just falling in love with all of the art everywhere and popping into shops and popping into a bunch of different art galleries. Like, this was just a very artsy, cutesy day.
Con su caguama, y cuando se decide entrar a un bar, perfumes Buenos Aires volarán, no te imaginas la que se va a armar.
And you know, I had to head back to Santiago. It's about a 2-hour drive. Do my quick day to night outfit, had something to eat. Shout out that guy playing the piano. And I finally caught my jazz show. I tried to come here like 3 times, but I finally made it. And it was so worth it. I love the vibes. This was Thelonious Jazz Club, I believe. And I had a great time. Good afternoon. It's our last day in Chile. I woke up, I checked out of my hotel already. I woke up pretty late. In my haste to like get the day started, I didn't check the time that anything opens. Everything here opens hella late. So the market I want to go to is open, it said 10 online, but it actually opens at 12. And then the restaurant I wanted to go to online said 12, but now it's open and I'm here. So I don't really know what all that is about, Google Maps, but fix that. Let's get that sorted. But yeah, just gonna hop around to a bunch of different markets today, walk around Barrio Italia, that's where I am right now, and see what this neighborhood has to offer. Honestly though, this is definitely my favorite neighborhood so far. Like, I don't know. I'm feeling the cutesy vibes. This feels more like residential and less city. And it's right by a cute park as well. So just chilling here reading. And then once my food arrives, it should be about time to head over to the market, which is literally right next door. Just walked the entirety of Barrio Italia, and now we're heading over to our next destination, which is Factoria Franklin. This house is gorgeous. But yeah, definitely glad that I added this to the itinerary, and we're just gonna hop on the bus and go to the next place. And the next place is Factoria Franklin. This is like just a little area that has a bunch of shops and whatnot. And I also went to the Bio market, which was kind of like down the street from there. They had every single thing that you could think of was in that marketplace. So I spent so much time just walking around, exploring. This guy was doing a live painting. There's so many performances. Very beautiful, lively area. And the next stop was La Chascona. This is actually a museum/poet's house. Pablo Neruda was a very popular poet in Chile, probably like the Chilean poet. And this is basically just all of his stuff. He was also like really involved in the government, and unfortunately passed away after the coup due to cancer, though, not necessarily due to like any military actions. And it was just beautiful to see how he romanticized life, how intentional he was. He built this house for his secret lover at the time, which I'm not going to comment on that, but it was really beautiful. And then my last stop of my trip was to go to Cerro San Cristobal. This is the highest like hill/viewpoint in the city, and I'm just so grateful to have had this beautiful trip. Thanks for watching.